Good afternoon, everyone. Miss Sincere Heart here. Whew, talk about tired. I am tired. June 23rd, mantra number 23. People will always want your shine. Don't let them take it. Keep blinding them. Hashtag soul and spirit shine. Now, what I mean by that is people notice when you're like basically your vibrations are higher than theirs, or when your inner light is shining brighter than theirs. They know when the spotlight is on you and not on them, especially if they're a person who is normally in the spotlight, or if they are just a person that just really likes being in the spotlight. I call them attention whores. Sorry, I can't sugarcoat stuff like this sometimes. The reason why I say keep shining, are there times that you have to just be like, you know what, let this fool have this, because they're gonna keep working until they get it? Yes, absolutely. There are times where you're just going to have to be like, you know what, I'll fall back. I'm not going to just do me. I'm going to just let them have it. That is very much true. You do have to fall back sometimes. However, that does not mean that you have to dull yourself or dim yourself or turn your light down or even turn your light off and become like shut down or non-existent or whatever the case may be that you want to call it. That's not what it means at all. You still remain you, and you still let your light shine, because the truth about it is you're going to shine brighter than them anyways, because they're working for the attention and you're just naturally being you. So if you're naturally being you, you're going to shine regardless. If you are pretending to be something that you are not, if you are, being a facade and entertaining the fake activity and being a part of the fake activity, if you are the fake activity, you are not going to shine as bright as an authentic diamond. You are not going to shine as bright as a earth-made crystal. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, it's just not. When you do come to a point where you have to dim yourself down for a person, or I don't want to say dim yourself down. When it comes to a point where you have to just let that person take the shine that they're looking to get, don't think less of yourself and don't feel bad about the situation, because everyone is going to see it and everyone is going to notice it. And believe it or not, everyone is going to talk. And when they talk, they're going to talk down at that person that is working so hard to outshine you, and they just can't seem to make that happen. And they're going to look stupid, not you. So don't feel bad about it at all. Don't change your behavior, don't change your demeanor, don't change your character, your thinking process, your response, your reactions. Don't change any of that. Not because that person wants to do their best to outshine you. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Today is Tantrum Thursday for women. I really don't have a tantrum to throw today. My tantrum is I am tired as hell. And I'm only tired because I was trying to make sure that my king was ready and prepared and on this flight so he can enjoy some time with the fellas. And he did that. And I'm happy. Even though I'm tired, because he's a man and men do what they do. I'm just tired. But I'll get some sleep. Today is Friday Eve, and I want to talk about the question that I asked in the Facebook group yesterday. And it really didn't get a whole lot of activity on it, but I'm going to tell you two things. I didn't mean to put my hand in the camera like that either. I'm sorry. I want to tell you two things. Okay, the question that I asked yesterday on Facebook, in the Facebook group, was how do you gain how do you build trust when it's been lost? So let's say you trust a person and they betrayed your trust, and they want you to forgive them and trust them again, and they're like, I'll do whatever it takes to work on building that trust with you. What is it that is acceptable or tolerant of you to let your guards down and be able to trust that person again? Like, when is enough, and when is it time for you to trust that person again? And I asked that question because multiple things happen in relationships and in life in general where you tend to lose your trust for a person, and sometimes you lose trust for yourself. So what is it? And I've asked, what do you need to trust a person? Now, it's a difference between what you need to trust a person and what you need to rebuild the trust that you had with a person. We all need certain things, whether it's honesty, a check-in, visual proof. It's a lot of different things that we need. So what is it that you need to rebuild the trust with the person that you once trusted, that you now have lost trust for? What does it take to make that happen? Not only that, one person said that it is like you just have to be able to let it be, and I agree with that. But the thing is like, because she said that you should watch watch for the signs. What are the signs? Because when you lose trust for a person, everything is a sign. You're like, I just don't trust you. Like, there's nothing that you can say. Your word isn't your bond. I can't trust you on that. Like, I can't trust you on your actions. I can't trust you on anything that you do. I can't trust you. So everything is a flag. So how do you rebuild that trust? How do you rebuild that trust? And this is valuable in relationships, because at some point we're all going to do something to lose trust for a person or make a person lose trust for us. And there are things that you need to do. You need to be able to communicate that you've lost that trust. Second, you need to communicate why you lost the trust. Third, you need to communicate on what it is that you need from that person to help rebuild that trust. And that's what I think it is. It could be different for a various amount of people. I'm sorry, I just ate a banana, so excuse my hiccups. But to me, those are the things that need to be addressed. Like, why don't you trust? What made you lose the trust? And what you need to start rebuilding that trust. And don't let a person work to get your trust back and you're not giving them anything in return. That's evil. If you know you're not able to trust a person, then you need to just come out front and say it. And if you know it's going to be hard for you to trust that person again, then you need to come out and say it. Plain and simple. It makes your life easier and it makes their life easier. The other thing I wanted to say, because I'm coming up on my 10-minute mark here. I was talking to my son yesterday, and my son is 11. He asked me this question on his own. It wasn't even a question. It was more of a statement. And I wasn't shocked, appalled, or anything like that. I was a little mind-boggled because I didn't understand why he asked me. But I'm glad he did ask me. And his question was, or his statement was, Mommy, I'm starting to think that love is evil. I said, why would you think that, baby? And he said, because when a person loves you, they tend to do bad things to you. They hurt your feelings. They lie to you. They do stuff that you don't like, that's going to make you upset, make you cry, make you mad. Why? Why, if a person loves you, why do they hurt you? So I asked him, I said, well, if that's the case, baby, then that would mean you do the same thing to people too. And you love people, right? And he said, yes, ma'am. And he said, I just don't understand. And he's like, if you love a person, aren't you supposed to be the best that you are capable of being? Aren't you supposed to not hurt them? And I told him, love is love. Love doesn't hurt. Relationships can have the capability and the ability. They do sometimes hurt. And that's okay as long as you're going through a healthy stage of hurt. Like, if you're not growing together and you're not there for each other to help each other through the hurt, then that's not good hurt. And that is not hurt you should be putting up with at all. And eventually he understood it. But for an 11-year-old boy who is very challenged, and I'm not saying like challenged like my son is retarded, and if anybody ever utters the word retarded out of their mouth about my son, it's going to be some very, very bad complications for you. My son is he has a different aspect on life. He's more in touch with the spirituality of life. He's seen many different things in life that I have never, ever, ever seen. So I can only imagine how he feels and how he looks at things when it comes to love and life. What I can say is that I'm glad he asks now versus asking later on in life when it's too late. And I don't want to say too late, when it has come to a point that he doesn't want to experience love anymore, nor does he want to try love anymore. So the reason why I brought this up is because I feel like if an 11-year-old child who doesn't look at the world in the same aspect as other people can identify that people do things to you that they should not be doing to you when they say they love you, then that means that we as adults need to get it together. Because if a child can see it, I'm very much sure that an adult can see it. So that's my mission, that's my statement, that's my voice for today. I do hope everyone takes a lot from this. We're coming up on the end of our mantras, and I'm very proud of them. They've been very beneficial for the month of June. I wonder what July brings. Alrighty, it is Tantrum Thursday for women, and it's also Friday Eve. It's Miss Sincere Heart here. That's my queen swag for today. I love you all, and please continue to smile. The weekend is very near.